To answer your question, no, you really can't access their trackers, but what you can do is you can run a report. So after you log into Target Solutions, click on Administration, generate reports. Click on Click New Report. And then from the type, you want to click on the drop-down box, and you want to choose Credentials User Progress Summary. After you do that, you need to select the correct credential. And because we are in the month of December 2016, the way I've been naming these is if you go right to the very bottom, you got monthly training trackers, and then you got the year and the month. So in this case, 2016 December. You can choose these if you want, but I just leave them blank. And for title, you can give it any title you want. Whatever. And in the columns here, whatever box is checked is what's going to show up in your final report. So if you don't care about their Q number or employee ID, you unselect that. I like to have credential name just in case I screw up. My report will let me know that I screwed up right away, so I choose credential name. And I get rid of the start and expiration date because we know it's December and there is no credential number. Then you want to choose the users. You know, the easiest way is if it's just your crew, you can choose your station and platoon, but I know you get callbacks, or you may be working a callback in another station and you want to see how the people at that station are doing on their monthly training. So you can choose by groups, like I said, choose by platoon, choose by station, or you can choose by the users. I don't know who is at their station, so I'm just going to randomly pick a couple here. So say this is the number of people that you want to run a report for. You select them, choose Save, and then click Run. And here you're going to have to wait a while. We're at the end of the year, and every fire department across the U.S. that's using Target Solutions, we're all competing for the use of it, so it can be quite a long time. And you can see the little progress indicator going here. So I'm going to pause and I'll come back when it's done. Alright, your report is complete. You can see the run date. It was actually created on December 9th at 9:29 a.m. This is important because that means this report is only current as in the date and time that it was run. So if you want to come back next set or next shift and see where they are now, you actually have to create a new report, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. So to access your report, I'm sure you already know how to do. You click on the link, and right away you got a couple options here across the top. You can download it as a PDF or to an Excel file if you want to manipulate it. Look at it full screen, which I just do right here on the screen. It'll show it all instead of having to scroll across the bottom. But for instance, it shows that you have 1 hour of PT and you've got 5 hours of company training for a total of 6. Things to know about this way of tracking it is, as you know, anything above 4 hours in PT does not count towards training, so it automatically caps it at 4. So what you want to look at is you want to look at this total applied field here, and that's going to let you know how many hours somebody has. Don't worry about the 20 total needed. I know all you need is 16, but there is kind of a caveat that you can have 4 hours of PT, and as you know, PT is not mandatory for the fire department, so some crews will do PT that counts towards training, and other crews don't do PT, which means they need to make up more company training here compared to having some coming from the PT column right here. So the reason I choose full screen is so I don't have to scroll across the bottom to see everything. And some reports, this one not being one of them, but some reports scroll across pretty far, so I like choosing full screen. But you may choose the option of download PDF, and this is something you can print and show your crew or have on file. Pretty much what you saw already, but it's something that you can print to the screen, print to the printer at the station. Now going back to your reports window, like I said, this December report that we just ran is only for this date and time. Anything after this date and time is not going to be in this report. So if you want to run a new one, just choose the checkbox here, choose copy, and what it's going to do is going to copy everything over that you had there before. You can give it a new title if you want. You know, say it's whatever the date that you ran it in. It's December's, but this is the date that you ran the report in. Again, as you see, all the previous stuff is still pre-selected. You still have the same 4 users. So if you want to change that, remove somebody or add somebody, you would do it right here. You see the 4 people we had there. Say that Darren Bagg is not working at your station no more, so you don't care about him. Maybe you never cared about him in the first place, but we'll choose, Joe Raganese, so throw him in there, and now he'll show up in that report when you click on run. So you see we still have the old report and we have the new report that's running. And once you have reports that you no longer care about, you can actually clean this up by just choosing the reports that you do not want to keep and then choosing delete, and it removes it from the window. So you see the reports are running pretty quick right now. So we click on this again, it's going to open up like you saw previously. And now you got Joe in there instead of Darren Bagg. And again, he's got 9 hours of company level training and then 1 hour of PT for a total of 10. So I hope this answers your question. If not, please give me a call. Hey, we'll talk to you later. Bye.